Once a story is written, it's time for the read-through. I look for 4 things at this point: additional polishing the story might need, what I might add to the story's content advisory, where music will go and what kind of mood is necessary, and what sound effects are required. Usually my read-throughs are silent, but I have done rough recordings of myself reading the story just to see if there are any weird combination of words that are going to throw me when I get before the mic. If there are, even if they're perfect words when reading silently in my head, I change them. The read-through is all about making sure the finished story and the bridge between that and narrating are strong. It's also at this point that I start considering character voices. A quick aside, I am not a voice actor. I'm that kid who was picked on when he was younger because I talked funny. I'm dyslexic and I have a very difficult time reading out loud. I am the last person I ever thought would end up narrating stories for other people. But people, including myself, have come to like what I do. And if nothing else, there's no mistaking my voice for another. Because my voice is kind of muddied and doesn't have a lot of range, my goal when coming up with character voices isn't to express the character themselves, it's just to kind of differentiate them so they don't all sound the same as I narrate. I might even do a rough recording to make sure there's at least enough separation between the main characters. Another aside, narrating fiction has kind of changed the way I sometimes write stories. I've even changed the background of some characters who might have an accent if someone else was narrating, but since I'm narrating and no one needs to hear me try to do an accent, I totally change things. There's an earlier Not About Lumberjack story called Cubicle Punks, in which one of the characters had an actual English accent, but I changed it because I couldn't pull it off. The funny thing is, since I can only do terrible accents, it fit the way I changed the character and actually made the story better. The deliberately horrible accent I used to narrate Stevie Saturn in that story served a purpose that, ultimately, made a turn in his life much stronger. It would be easy to continue fiddling with the read-through at this point in the process, but my goal has never been perfection. So, when I feel I'm as ready as I can be, it's time to narrate. I'll get to how that's done next time. And hey, if you like this video, can you please give it a thumbs up? Or you could check out a story at nolumberjacks.com. Also, if you missed the first or last videos in this series, they should be right here.